Here?
YouTube channel. Yeah, it's okay. This is, we're testing. We're testing at the Eaton Booth in, at the Electrical Safety Workshop. And I'm curious how this is going to come through. Where's it at? Okay. So I should be live.
Are you?
If I go to my channel. There it is. I'm live. It says I'm live. All right, there it is.
I'm just trying to fix my mic.
All right, I'm live. You're fixing your mic. I got the. There we go.
Put it here if you want this stuff right.
Yeah. All right. So I have my. What's good is I got my phone. I can see the chat. I can actually see us.
We're
good.
Put this on Do Not Disturb because I don't want people to start disturbing.
All right.
I guess I should get closer, right?
You got a stool right there, don't you?
So?
Don't you have a stool there?
Oh no.
I thought there was a stool. Oh yeah, that's a stool. Yeah.
Like I wasn't sure where to go. Okay.
Yeah. You can move it back a little bit further. I don't know if there's anything back there. Your bag.
My bag.
All right, we are we're live. Okay, so
we're scrambling a little bit, but we are gold.
Yeah. So we're just testing out the live stream.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be live from the Eaton Booth on Wednesday, tomorrow night, from 3 o'clock.
3 Mountain Time.
3 Mountain Time, which would be 5 o'clock Eastern. 5 o'clock Eastern. We're gonna be live from the Eaton Booth.
And 3 hours, right? Yeah. So
it's 2 hours difference.
No. I mean, like we live for 3 hours.
Yes, 3 hours straight. So we're gonna have. I've got. So here's the schedule.
2 hours different, but 3 hours the whole.
Wednesday, Mike King. Well, no, this is Tuesday, Wednesday. So today's Tuesday. We're supposed to record some videos with Mike King, AJ Johnson, Joe Shoemaker, Jim Hayes, and Octavius Roman. And then tomorrow morning we're going to pre-record. So what we're doing is we're pre-recording some things. So here, let's do this. Let's talk about.
So this guy's busy. Let me tell you. Like he has people lined up to have him interview them.
So we did our. Okay, who we got? Gustavo Chavez. We're in the booth, Gustavo. Hey.
Come join us. Just jump on a plane and come join us.
Yes.
Not too late.
So we had our. We did our tutorial.
Yes,
This morning for 4 hours. It started, I was worried. I got really nervous because we spent a lot of time. But it wasn't us. It was a lot of questions in the beginning of the tutorial. But we did get to a lot of the examples, except for one example. We didn't get to ground fault protection of equipment.
No,
but we went through the risk. We went through the risk for the team when we were out of 10? It was out of 10, right?
Yeah, well, 4.47.
We were
4.5.
So So what we did was we asked 14 questions. And the questions ranged from, would you take the cover off a receptacle and stuff like that. We're testing out the live stream. Okay. So we're live. Well, yeah. So you can see the thing there.
Yeah, we are live.
So and you can see down at the bottom, down here, it has the dropped. So there's my kilobaud, and there it says dropped. So as long as that's 0, we're good. Okay. And then the audio is right here, and that should be right in the yellow and not in the red. So I think
it looks good to me.
It looks good, and the comments come in over here. So Gustavo Chavez says, "Hello, Tom and Nihan." Okay. So that's coming. You'll see there is the YouTube and the LinkedIn and Facebook.
All feeds in there.
All feeds through because I go to Restream.
Great.
So
great.
Yep, and we got a good good stream. We got a good solid connection.
Yeah.
We have our lighting. We've got people. We have people. That's the key. We have people.
We have audience.
We have people. So,
but you know, Tom, so to your point, I just heard that Shelly was telling me from race engineering that she heard from other people that it went very well, and everyone appreciated our tutorial.
Really?
Conversation. It's like, yeah, it's nice because it's different when someone tells you thank you for the good job. It's people are nice, complimenting.
Yes.
But when you hear it through a third party, it wasn't even
there.
tutorial.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It just makes a big difference. Plus,
Yeah.
Yes, and everyone knew that we had one more example that we didn't have time to go through. And I would say the other thing that threw us off, not just the discussions, we had a half-hour break.
Half-hour
which
break.
we did not account for.
That's exactly
I didn't even
right.
know. There was like half hour. This is a lot of time. Usually it's like 10 minutes.
I was thinking 15 minutes,
You just
or
grab coffee
10 to
and
15
back.
minutes.
Yeah. Just don't want to
Yes.
come live? Yeah, just chill.
You want to come live? We're talking.
Come join us
We're on.
live. No, we need a pretty face in this live. Like, look at this.
Yes.
Come join us.
Well, I will say, great job today.
Oh, thank you.
Great
Yeah, I was just
job.
telling
Yep,
Tom that
great
you
job.
said
Thank you.
good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank
I
you.
really appreciate it.
Yeah. Just come on this side.
Yes. So, electrical safety workshop officially began today,
This afternoon.
this afternoon. Now, I'm going to tell you, I had to leave after the first paper, but the first paper,
The NEC one? Or?
the NEC
Yeah,
and
is it-
NESC. So here was the discussion, and you're going to love this. They talked well, who was it? What was his name?
George Cole.
Yes.
He's a utility guy.
He's a
from,
utility guy.
Arizona Power Public,
Power and Light or whatever.
what's it called? APS, I think Arizona Public Services.
Something like
Utility
that.
In Phoenix.
So
yeah.
what was really cool was he talked about how the National Electrical Code applies to some things, the NESC applies to some things, right? And it's we always say this. We say, well, if it's a utility owned, then it's not the National Electrical Code, and that's not technically correct, because it can still be utility owned,
But under the purview of the NEC.
but still under the purview of the NEC. And this was his discussion point. And his point was, does the National Electrical Code have a place in, does the National Electrical Code have a place in the utility world? And his arguments were, I think, he kept saying, well, I don't want to knock the NESC. I don't want to talk about the, but in essence, he was pointing out deficiencies. In my opinion,
Yeah.
and it was an interesting discussion because he had the power plant aerial shot, and he highlighted in green everything that was covered by the NESC, and he highlighted in a different color everything that was covered by the National Electrical Code, because like a lot of the ancillary buildings on that in the power plant are covered by the National Electrical Code. It's not the NESC.
Yeah.
And his point, one of the points he made, Gustavo, Tom, do you enjoy being in? Gustavo, I thoroughly enjoyed Costa Rica.
And he didn't take me with him. Come on.
I know, but
I was
what?
watching you and the crew. I was like, I wanted to be there.
It was a beautiful
Well, yeah.
country, absolutely a beautiful country. We had great weather. And Costa Rica is just.
So here's the thing, being Canadian, anytime I go south, it's guaranteed the weather is better. I don't care where I'm going. The weather is
Any
better.
place outside of
Doesn't matter.
Saskatoon.
As long as I'm going south, I'm fine. So I'm not that picky when it comes to weather. Just take
I
me
love
south.
it. Yes.
But we may end up going to Colombia this year for
Yes.
ESW, and hopefully Costa Rica ESW in what,
Absolutely.
26 we're
Yes,
talking about. So, yeah.
I am looking at flights already, and I think so. I was put on the schedule to do selective coordination and arc flash, and I know Marcelo Valdez wanted to do it with me. So
I guess the tutorial that we just did today, it was requested too, so we may end up redoing
I would love to do that tutorial down there.
So I think we may end up doing, and we had our first trial today. So
Yeah.
hopefully it'll be better in Colombia. We can I guess,
Absolutely, yeah.
organize it better. We have the mentee,
Yep.
because it was it's really like, this was Tom's idea, so he's the brain. I was his sidekick, I'm just like standing there. But it was more of Tom had the Mentimeter interactive session.
You know, Gustavo, so he made the statement that we need to go to get a beer with David Castro, and you are absolutely right. It was a missed opportunity, in my opinion. I didn't plan that trip very well. I've been, so here's my issue is,
David Castro?
oh, he's just a great guy.
Sorry, I don't know him. Hi, David.
Well, he's not out there, so Gustavo is just saying. So I've had so many back-to-back trips and so many back-to-back meetings and whatnot. In fact, tomorrow after tomorrow. So tomorrow's what? Wednesday.
Thursday,
Thursday I have a Codes and Standards Committee meeting with NEMA,
know,
and I was supposed to be in DC, and I can't. There's no possible way I can make it back to DC, so I'm going to do it remote. But I'm not. Here's my issue: is I wish I had. I actually talked to Bobby Joe because what I wish I had was someone to say, all right, you're going to go down to Costa Rica. You need to. Here are the individuals that you want to meet with. And go have a beer, have a discussion. You talk to these people. You talk to. I have friends. Yeah. And it's like, well, like here. So here, I don't know if you know Rick Hollander from IEEE.
Last night, I don't know him, but I saw you guys were doing the interview.
Yeah. So Rick,
recording, yeah.
Rick lives here. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I completely forgot Rick lived in Tucson. And I'm kicking myself because I should have called him. I should have called him ahead of time and said, hey, Rick, I'm going to be in Tucson. Here's where I'm going to be at. He doesn't live too far from this hotel. I could have said, hey, I'm going to come visit you, taking an evening or something. Anyway, I don't do a good job of
So
that.
I guess I'm thinking of a different gentleman because last night there was an IEI gentleman last night.
Yes, Rick.
Oh, it was Rick. Okay, so he made it because
Yeah, but he was here because of somebody else.
Oh, not because of you.
Yeah, so he sends me a text and says, hey, I'm in the lobby. Or actually, he called me. He called me. And I looked at the number and I didn't have him in my phone. So anyway, Gustavo, you're right. Next time, and there will be a next time.
We have to plan it better next time, hopefully.
Yes, and maybe what we can do is get an IEEE program down there because we want to start that chapter in Costa Rica. So what we have to do is have our first chapter meeting, come down there, I'll help present. This will give me another reason to get to Costa Rica because I need more coffee. I brought some coffee back.
I just need to go to a nicer weather.
And you know what else I did? I brought some rum back.
Yeah.
I bought it in the duty-free shop. I cannot remember the name of it, but I brought some good rum. So they've got good rum down there. Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, so we're here at the electrical safety workshop. This is day one. Yesterday was committee meetings, right?
Standards, like morning or standards.
That's right. Standards meetings, and then working groups, and then
committee meetings.
and then the subcommittees in the afternoon. We had a great international subcommittee meeting. We have a plan for Poland. I believe that's going to be great.
And
so we're going to
Rica.
and Costa Rica.
Hopefully 2026.
No, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It was
Our
Colombia
friend,
and Costa Rica.
Juan, right? Juan, I forgot the last name.
Yeah,
Juan,
Juan Carlos.
Juan Carlos, yeah, I know
Yep.
Juan, yeah. So he was thinking, because he did it before 2019, I think he said, in Costa Rica, ESW,
Yes.
2019 in Costa Rica. I was not there. I don't believe you were there. I think Marcelo
No,
was there.
I definitely wasn't there.
So hopefully we can get this done in 2026.
Yeah. So my thought process is, we had a great. So yesterday was in the morning we had P1814, which is the standard that focuses on safety by design. And there were a few other committees. I wish I could have gone to multiple, but unfortunately, some of them are both at the same time.
They overlap.
Peter Bain did his on.
Because he was an hour early, but Peter Bain's was the thermal monitoring.
Thermal
But
monitoring.
it was for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And I guess there were 2 people that had to work on their tutorial because we were not
Well, no,
done.
I was in the committee meeting.
Yeah, but then before that and after, remember we met
Yeah.
to get the
Oh, yeah,
questions
yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, it
So-
was tough. It was tough this time.
Yeah, we didn't do as good of a job preparing for that, but we did. We delivered very well.
Yeah,
it
but I would
delivered
say,
very
'cause,
well.
Like Tom was on the road, I was on the road, and in fairness, I'm going to be like the devil's advocate. We never really did this tutorial. Decided to do it until I don't know, like I think it was December or maybe
Yeah.
late December. Like it was even after
right before the
registration
holidays.
opened, right? Because
Yeah.
normally, if you don't know how it works out, ESW we usually have 8 tutorials, 4. Tutorial 1 to 4 on Tuesday morning, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 will be Friday
Yeah.
afternoon after we officially conclude the workshop.
Yes.
This year we only had 6, and I know this because I do the website, so I got all the list of tutorials presenters, and I was like, I reached out to Terry, who is the
Yeah.
chair of subcommittee, the tutorial subcommittee. I was like, hey, are we missing 2 tutorials? Because I know normally historically we have 8, not 6.
Right.
He said, yeah, we're looking for more tutorials. Do you have any? And I kind of scratched the back of my head, and I called my partner in crime there. Like, and I was in Egypt, and I was in Cairo. Remember when I called?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Tom, I know it's like, kind of weird. would you want to do a tutorial in like 2 months? Because I think we had this idea when we were in Morocco.
Well, so that's
were
the thing.
talking about it.
When we travel together, when we come to IEEE meetings together, and I'm, you and I do this, and I do this with other people as well, and I know you do this, to have these discussions, but it's an opportunity to brainstorm about, boy, it would be great to have this or great to have that. And so we basically sit down and go, hey, we sat down and we said, boy, it would be great to have, we have these competing design goals. So you have to meet your cost, but you want to do safety, and safety costs money. So I'm not going to hit my cost design goal. And then in some cases, the design goal or the code requirement may create another hazard, like selective coordination, heavy incident energy, series ratings. You can't add motor contribution.
Scalability, you can scale up your system.
That's exactly right. You can't make changes. So there's so many things like that. So we came up with this idea. And it was just, it was when
We
America.
got lost in Morocco. It was so
we got
much
lost
fun
in
one night
America.
for 3 hours.
Yes. So
Kept taking the wrong turn every time.
Exactly.
And the GPS wasn't updating, so we're not moving.
all right. So yesterday was the standards, and then the committee meetings, and then
Today was the tutorials.
Today-
4 tutorials running at the same time in parallel.
in the morning, and then at noon they had a lunch, and then at 1 o'clock.
The official
opening, we had a keynote speaker.
workshop,
Keynote speaker was absolutely awesome. I can't remember her name, but she was absolutely awesome.
I should know her name because I posted the information on the website, but I can't
Yeah,
think
and
of
she works for
Website.
Google. She was the safety director for Google, I think.
yeah, actually, I know she had like.
I think that's
different
what it was.
companies, but
I
yeah.
can't remember, but in any case, she was really good. And then the first paper though, the first paper was I didn't get to sit through the others because I had to come over
I
here.
had to leave too. But this is the thing, there's always something happening. But I guess since we're to, to add to the discussion that Tom was just sharing, so my advice to everyone who is watching us, hopefully there are a lot of people out there, if you have an idea, oh, you're on the phone? Go ahead. As I say, if you have an idea, just like Tom and I, we were just talking about something like this idea when we were in Marrakesh and we got lost. But then, the big thing is just do it. Because I called him, picked up the phone, hey Tom, here's an opportunity, but it's like 2 months away. What do you think? He said, man, let's do it. And we did. So oftentimes you guys have great ideas, and I'm not preaching the choir. Yeah. And then you never take the next step.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just have to, jump in the ocean and learn how to swim.
That's
as you go.
exactly
And
right.
that's what we did. We had nothing. And because of and this year is an NEC year. So Tom and I were in like first draft meeting. It was hectic. So that's why, and I'm being like our devil's advocate. It's not that we started working on this tutorial late because we were just,
We had an outline.
yeah, but we had a lot of other things going on. He was traveling, I was traveling.
We had a very good outline. We had a vision of what we wanted to deliver. And then it was just a matter of sitting down, pulling the slides together. And then we used Mentimeter because we got people engaged, which I think was good. And you know what? And when we got towards the end there, I'm like, it wasn't overkill.
Yeah, and it was to the point, and this was the balance. We didn't want to be too repetitive because, like, hey, you guys, here's the message, I guess the thought process, and you can apply those, I guess, concepts or tools on any example. Because like you can never ever cover all the examples under the sun.
That's right.
So it's
That's
like, hey, we did a couple examples. Yes, we would have wanted to do an extra one because we had everything, all the information, but we ran out of time. But hey, you guys, and I think, like I said, people appreciate. Like Shelley told me that because one of her colleagues was in the room, Eric. And he told her it was really good, and she said, I told her, like, oh, Eric was just being nice. And she said, oh no, I heard it from other people too. It's like, you're just talking to nice people. But I think it was good. I enjoyed it, and I was presenting with
I enjoyed it as well. So we're in the Eaton booth, and the things that we're talking about. So we have, let me just, so we're going to have a group of individuals. What time is it?
It is 5 to 5.
5 to 5. So we're supposed to, okay, we got a bunch of our guys here. We're going to do some recording. All right, so we've got a lot of people. So anyway, Juice Shoemaker, we got the Busman guys. We're going to have engineering services here. Bright Layer is here.
Man, you have like
Enclosed circuit breakers. We have a lot of good people.
a
So
super goal lineup here.
yeah, we're going to have a lot of great people. All right, so my goal was to test the live stream. It is obviously working. The audio sounds good. I'm happy boy.
Yeah.
And
Well, we see
we're going to have to do some recordings. So we're going to see you tomorrow from 3 to 6 Mountain,
5 Eastern,
5 to 8.
5 Eastern,
Yep.
2 Pacific.
So on the way home, turn on the YouTube channel. All right, we're going to sign off.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Yep, Gustavo, you be good. Stay out of trouble. I have to hit stop streaming. Okay, wait, no, you know what I'm going to do? I want to do me end. There we go. Well, no, that's not me end. There it is. There's me end. Thank you for attending. All right, everybody.